Hello, this is Emmanuel with Domu Property Management. The topic for today's conversation is out-of-state investing. It's a hot topic at the moment. There's a lot of investors here in Florida, but all over the country that have started to invest outside of their neighborhoods and outside of those areas that they're comfortable with in their own cities to kind of go and find those cash flow returns that we had become used to, and they're much, much harder to find now. So we just thought we would take some time to kind of touch on the topic and give some advice on it. So the number one advice that we always have for people is to really go outside of your comfort zone, go outside on a market where you can actually make money. A lot of the times people choose comfort or choose what they know over what will actually make them money. But if you can really deep dive in the numbers and really find a market that makes sense financially for you, that should be your number one goal when investing out of state. Because if you're going to invest out of state anyways, you might as well go and find in around the country the market that makes the most amount of sense. Number two, as you're analyzing those markets, leverage all the technology and all the data that is out there. There's a lot of data that is available now for you to analyze and look at as you're analyzing a new market to go into. The number one thing that we always look at when analyzing out-of-state investing is population growth. The number one reason why that's important is because you don't want to invest in a city that has a dying population or slowing population, because what does that tell you is that people don't want to live there. So if people don't want to live there, it does not make sense for you to invest there or buy property there. Because over time, as the population keeps declining, the demand for your property is going to become less and less. Kind of close to that, the second thing that we look at when looking at data is job growth. So not only is the population of the city growing, but are there jobs coming along with it? That would allow you, of course, that over time the population is going to keep on growing, the jobs market is going to keep on growing, really allowing people to need rental properties, which in turn will make you money. Number three thing that we look at is also like what is the homeownership percentage? Do people tend to rent more or own more? How much money do they make? Is it a city that it's a wealthy city? Are you looking at a blue collar town where you have a lot of like industry and factory workers and so on and so forth? So really understand the demographic that would be your end renter. Number three thing that we always recommend is put together a team. Two main people that you will want on your team is going to be your real estate agent, your property manager, and those are going to be the people that one can help you really analyze and get to know a city, and really start gauging what are your returns, what you can expect in the sense of vacancies, and everything else. Number four, once you start talking to your agents, get to know your neighborhood, right? If you're going to invest in a new town that you're not familiar with, before even necessarily flying out there, because that can become expensive if you're doing the groundwork in a lot of different markets, trying to find your main market, going to every single place is going to become expensive rather quickly. But you can just use, again, leverage technology. Google Earth will allow you to put in any address and drive around the neighborhood, and you can really get a feel of the neighborhood. One of the things that I've learned with Google Earth that you want to keep an eye on is on the top corner, as you're walking around the neighborhoods, it'll tell you when that video was taken or when those pictures were taken. So just make sure that you keep an eye on that. A lot of the times the images are really, really old, so you have to kind of consider, has there been a change if those images have been taken a couple years ago? But once again, just refer back to the people that you have on your team, that they can really help you out. And then there's also another great website, which is neighborhoods.com, really allow you to get a feel of each neighborhood. Is it safe? What's going on? And then the last thing that we always recommend is once you've done all your groundwork, you find a market where the population growth is high, job market is high, you can actually make money. You have a great real estate agent, you have a great property manager, you really got to know your neighborhoods, you really know what you want. just go there, right? Take the chance, take a trip there, and really get a feel for the neighborhood. Go around, talk to people, go out to bars, and really experience the city, what those cities are all about, and why you want to invest there, so that you can really understand who your tenants are going to be, and you can really make sure that, like, yes, this is a city that I can see working, I can see that it's getting better, that people want to live here, so it makes sense for you to invest there. So once again, this is Emmanuel with Domu Property Management. This was 5 tips for out-of-state investing, and just going back to them pretty quickly. Number 1 is pick a market where you can make money. Number 2 is use technology and data to analyze the market. Number 3 is put a team together. We suggest you start with the property manager and the real estate agent. Number 4 is really get to know your neighborhood, do research, leverage technology to get to know all the different neighborhoods in the area where you want to invest. And the last one is, once you're ready, you've done all your homework, take a trip. You can ask your CPA. There's probably a way for you to write it off as a tax deduction. So once again, Emmanuel Property Management, we hope that was useful. If you have any questions, let us know. Thank you.